Hi.
Hi.
Happy Wednesday. We're here today with another yoga for kids. So I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're smiling. We've got a rainy day here in the UK, but that's okay because we've already learned about how important water is, haven't we, in the water cycle. Make sure you check that one out. All right, today we're going to be learning about farming. So learning why farming is important and what we might be able to find on a farm. So why is farming important, Louis? Let's think about it.
Because then we wouldn't have any bread.
Yes, so we need the farming food, right?
Sandwiches.
Yeah, so you can have your sandwiches for lunch. And how do we make bread? Do you know? What is it that? Well done, high five. Yes. So you can grow crops, so things like wheat and barley. That we use to make bread. So those of you who've made bread before, have you made bread with Nana before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've also tried Papa's bread.
So we take the wheat and we bake it up in the bread, and there's actually an interesting chemical reaction that occurs. Do you know what happens when you make bread?
It's like lava. It just goes.
It does, because the chemical reaction that occurs when you put yeast and all of the ingredients for making the bread, the yeast is actually alive, and when that starts to breathe and react with the bread, it gives off a gas called carbon dioxide, the same one that we breathe out, and that makes tiny little bubbles that, you know, when you look at bread, it's got little bubbles in it, hasn't it? That's carbon dioxide. So we learn something new. Maybe we'll do another video on chemical reactions, and that will be one of them. So farming has a special name, a fancy name, agriculture, and agriculture is super important for producing food and using the land that we have to produce things that we can eat that give us energy. Now, remember, we talked about this a few times now. Plants, like the crops that we grow in farms, are getting energy from the sun and cooking it up. And then when we eat the plants, when we eat the bread, we get the energy. So agriculture is also a really important part of the food chain. Why else is it important? Let's think about what happens on the farm. People do a lot of work, so it creates jobs, which is really important for the economy. So it's giving people jobs, source of income, helping them to be able to support their families. So really important thing to learn about. And in the UK, we've got lots of farms. Now, we've also got different types of farms abroad, but particularly where it's somewhere hot, they're going to be growing things like fruit, bananas and sugarcane. So Louis from Thailand, and there's lots of tropical fruits that are grown there. Mangoes, bananas, also corn. Louis likes corn on the cob. You can grow corn there. So in different countries, because you've got different climates, different weather, you can grow different things. In the UK, we've got lots of what?
Trees.
Rain. So what will grow really well in the UK, in England, is things that require a lot of rain. What doesn't grow so well here is things that need it to be a little bit warmer.
Trees.
But every country's got its important things that it can grow to produce, and then we can ship them over the world and share all of the things that we produce from the farms. So let's start to think about what we have on the farms. We've talked about plants. What else do we have on the farms?
Cows.
We have cows. That's a great one to start with. Does anyone remember cow pose? Let's come into cow pose. Okay? On all fours, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in and inhale and look up, arching down. And then you've got a nice curved back like a cow. And breathe out. Let's go the other way. Into cat pose. So you've also got cats on the farm too, for sure. Breathe in, look up. We're going to do 10 like this. Breathe out. We'll come to chickens in a moment. 3, breathe in. And if you want to, you can go moo. Moo, just like the cows do. And breathe out. What do cows give us? Breathe in, moo. And breathe out. 5 more. 5.
Cows give us the beef in our burgers.
Yep. 4. 3. Moo. And 2. And one more breath in. Louis wiggling his cow tail. You can wiggle your cow tail too if you want. And breathe out. Okay, sit down. Louis just made a very good point. What do cows give to us?
Burgers.
Beef burgers, they do. Thank you, cows. Anyone who likes beef burgers, let's take a moment to say thank you very much, cows. Those of you who don't eat meat, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. Louis is a carnivore. That's okay. Whatever you are, that's fine. But I do drink something that cows give me. Milk, right? So we're going to come into cow face pose. This pose is actually called cow face. Can you see the cow's face here? So bring your right knee, put it on top of your left knee like this, and your feet go out to the sides. Okay? So this is called cow's face. I think these are the ears, and I think that this is the nose. This is called cow face pose. So we're going to now get the milk from the cow. So imagine that you're sitting down and you're going to get the milk from the cow. Have you ever milked a cow?
No.
Have you ever milked a cow? I bet some people watching have milked cows, and I'm really interested. I've never done it either, but I think it goes something like that. Let's get some nice milk, because I have milk in my coffee. Louis has milk in his cereal, and that's one way that we can enjoy what the cows have to offer without eating them. If you eat them, that's fine. It's all part of the cycle of life. Let's switch legs. Cow face pose on the left now. Let's get some more milk. Milk for my coffee, milk for your cereal. Have you got enough milk yet? What are we squeezing here? We're squeezing the udders of the cow to get the milk. Exactly. Okay, bring it down. Now you can eat your cereal or drink your coffee. So I'm going to drink my coffee. Louis is going to eat his cereal. And we'll think thank you to the cows. I'm going to drink my coffee. I actually was just drinking a coffee, and Louis is eating his cereal. So that's another way that we can get energy from the cows. What do the cows eat? They eat the grass. So look, it's all part of the cycle of life. The grass grows from the sunlight, then the cows eat the grass. So we call the cows, we talked about this in the very first day, they are the consumers, the primary consumer. Consume means to eat. The grass is a producer because it produces the energy, it makes the energy from the sun. Then the consumer, the first consumer, primary consumer, comes in and eats the grass. Then we are the secondary consumer because we eat the cows. But the energy from the sun goes into the grass, then into you, and that's when you've got energy to move around. So this is called a food chain, how energy moves through from one, let's say, animal or organism to another. Okay, so we've done cow pose. What else can we find on the farm?
Pigs and chickens.
Pigs and chickens. Let's come into hen pose. So you're going to sit like this, like a hen. Come into a squat position, because this is sort of what hens sit like. And these are your wings. Now, just because I know you enjoyed them so much when we did water ecosystems, we're going to go for a little hen walk. So make sure that you flap your wings. You're going to walk to the front of your mat. And back. We're going to do 10 walks, 10 hen walks. What sound does a hen make? Something like that. You can make the hen sound if you like. Louis doing it much better than me. That's 2. Keep walking, keep walking. 3. Chickens or hens. And 4. What do we call? You can be a boy hen if we want what we call boy hens. 5. Keep moving.
Chickens.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. A rooster.
Rooster.
And back. 6. So which one lays the eggs? The boy hen or the girl hen?
Hen.
Keep walking. Cock-a-doodle-doo. The hen lays the eggs. 8. Got 3 more. Keep moving. Keep using your wings. Keep making your hen noises. 2 more. Making very, very strong legs. Hens must have very, very strong legs. And you got 1 more after this. And 1 more. Okay. Wow. I feel like a very hungry hen right now. What do hens eat? Let's come back. Do you know? They eat worms. But also, actually, what the farmer feeds them, and this is interesting.
Seeds.
Seeds from what? Grain. From the crops that they produce. So look how sustainable. Sustainable means how it keeps itself going. The farmers, because it grows the crops, then it uses the crops to feed the animals, because then it's got the hens. What can we get from the hens? Again, to be different if you're a carnivore or a herbivore. Louis a carnivore. What do you get from the hens? Chicken nuggets. Okay, I like eggs. So that's how I get the eggs from the hen. Omelets and scrambled eggs. So we're going to say thank you to the hens for the chicken nuggets, roast dinners, and scrambled eggs. So we're going to eat the grain off the floor now. So this is your beak. I want you to see how much grain you can get. So 3, 2, 1. I'm going to spread the grain like this. Louis getting loads and loads and loads. You got to fill up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've got so much energy, I'm going to go for another hen walk. You've got loads and loads of energy now from all the grain. Let's do 2 more. You might even have enough energy to fly. And 1 more. That's the sound they make, isn't it? That's the sound they make. Oh, I've got tired hen here. Hen needs a rest. Okay, hens, come down, take a rest. So we've got cows. We've got chickens. Anything else? What else have we got on the farm? Pigs. We've got pig pose. Yes, we have got pig pose. So we're going to come into pig pose now. Lie down on your back. Wave your legs in the air. So this is a pig that is rolling around in the mud. Pigs really, really like mud.
I did that yesterday.
Do you like mud? Yes, Louis did that yesterday. He was rolling around in the mud. So imagine, so pigs are super, super happy when they're covered in mud. Just like Louis. You're on your back and you're surrounded by lovely, squishy mud. And you're going to roll around in it. Move your legs and roll around and really, really enjoy the mud. Get yourself as muddy as you can. You can actually probably do this outside if you want to, but you'll get a bit cold and wet. So enjoy the mud. Come over onto one side. Make sure that you've rolled, you've got as much mud on you as possible. Make sure you go onto the other side. What sound do pigs make? And onto the other side, make sure you've got all that mud, and onto the other side. And come up, piggies, come up. Try and get up. Piggies up. Come onto all fours like a pig. What do pigs eat? What do pigs eat?
Grass.
Actually, they're very, very useful. They'll eat anything that you put in front of them, pretty much. So this is super, super helpful to make sure that the farm doesn't have any waste. Because basically any waste, any leftover food, vegetables, that kind of thing, the pigs will eat it. So you give it to pigs.
So any rotten?
Yep.
Rotten.
So probably not too rotten, but a little bit rotten. So all of the leftovers will go towards the pigs. All of the seeds and the vegetables and things like that, so that nothing goes to waste. And that makes the farm super, super sustainable. Sustainable means it doesn't waste a lot of energy.
It's like when you're growing wheat and then you don't have enough wheat to make more bread.
Exactly. So on the farm, I'm going to give Louis all of the leftovers, all of the vegetables and the grains. And we're going to, on all four, 3, 2, 1, try and eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you can. 5 more seconds. Get it all. Louis loving this one today. 2 and 1. Come up. Oh, the pig's full. Are your pigs full? Right, we're going to go for a piggy walk then. So come onto your knees, your feet like this. We're going to walk to the front of the mat and back. 2. Walk like a pig. And you got to make the piggy sound back. 3 and back. 4. 1 more. And 5. And back. Pig's got loads of energy today. Right, we're missing an animal. We're missing an animal that used to be used a lot on the farm and is still sometimes used for working on the farm.
Caterpillars.
What's that?
Caterpillars?
Caterpillars?
Because they eat the leaves.
They are there, but caterpillars are everywhere. So I was thinking more of a horse. What about horsey? Let's be horses. We're going to come into downward dog. And today we're going to come into horse pose. So you're going to lift your right leg up nice and high like this, nice and straight. And bend your knee. This is your tail, okay? So horses are very, very super strong and very, very fast. Switch. Stretching our legs. We're going to go for a trot and a gallop in a little bit. Horses used to be used on farms to pull the machinery. And now, they're still on farms a lot of the time, but they don't have to work as much. Okay, so ready? We're going to go for a trot first of all. So let's just waggle your tail. Get ready to trot. You're going to bring your right foot forward. And on 3, 2, 1, we're going to trot 10 times. Switch your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to canter, which is a bit faster. Canter's a bit faster than trot. 1, 2, 3, canter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. Now we're done. Take a rest. Now, what's the fastest way that horses move?
Races.
What's that?
Horse races.
Galloping. So now we're going to gallop. So you're going to jump both feet in, both feet back. Fast you can. 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. 6. Doing very well. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. What do horses eat? They eat
hay.
Hay, yes. Hay and special other horse feed, so they're herbivores. So a lot of the hay from when the farmer plows the field will be left over, dried out, given to the horses. So we're not wasting any of the leftovers from the crops too. So again, helping it to be sustainable. So come on to all fours. Make sure you're going to eat some hay. 3, 2, 1, eat as much hay as you can. Come on, get more energy. We're tired from all of that eating. 5, eat as much hay as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You know what? I've got so much energy. I'm going to go for another gallop. Louis, eat some more hay. You've not got the energy. 10 more. Come on, we can do it. We've got loads of energy now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gallop. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Wow. What an exhausting day on the farm. Okay. So, the farmer's done feeding all the animals. Now we need to take care of his crops. Okay? So, which crop are we going to have grown? Wheat for bread. Yeah?
And herbs.
The farmer's got a herb garden as well.
Tomatoes.
Yes, and tomatoes. So we're going to grow all of the vegetables so you can make yummy salads, and we're going to grow all of the crops for the wheat, for the bread, and barley for your cereal. So we're going to grow them all. They're going to start super, super small as a seed in the ground. So we're going to plant the seed. Hold on, we're going to plant the seed. Look. What do we need to give it? So you're going to plant the seed in the ground. What's the first thing the farmer needs to do to it? Give it some lots and lots of water. That makes the seed start to wake up, because it's, before you put water on it, it's called dormant. It's asleep. It's not activated. Inactivated. So put water on, it starts to activate the seed. Starts to wake up, starts to grow, gets a little bit of a shoot. Keep watering it. Now it needs sunlight. So the seed's going to get some sunlight. As soon as it's got sunlight, it can start to grow because it makes its own energy. And it's inside the seed is a little bit of food stored up so it can start to grow and start to get energy.
Okay.
Then what does it grow down into the ground? Roots. So the root's going to grow down into the ground, get all of the vitamins and minerals from the ground. It's going to go bigger and bigger and bigger, using the sunlight, using all the minerals from the soil. And what else is it taking from the air? Carbon dioxide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So plants take in carbon dioxide, do a super clever chemical reaction called photosynthesis. Can you say it?
Photosynthesis.
And they make their food. And then they can grow super, super big. using all that sunlight, carbon dioxide, minerals from the soil and water. So we're going to grow taller and taller and taller, taller and taller and taller. And then we get super, super tall. We're going to open up we're going to just do tree pose. So stand on your left leg, lift your right leg up, and we're going to come into tree pose. And Louis, you're going to tell me what you're going to say.
Okay,
Come into tree pose.
Cows and wheat actually give me my cereal because my cereal is made out of wheat.
That's correct. How awesome. Let's say thank you to the cows and thank you to the wheat. Now grow as tall as you can. So we're in tree pose. We're going to grow super, super tall. And I think we're about ready for the farmer to harvest us. For you, let's switch legs. Left leg up. Harvest is when the farmers cut down all of the crops. And now there's loads and loads of food that they've been growing all summer, all year long. Okay? And then we've got loads and loads of food ready for the winter. That's why we often have a harvest festival and we give food to people who need it. So the farmer's going to come now with his special machine. Let's sit down. Bring your legs out nice and straight. You're going to be the farmer on his tractor. Okay? So you're going to bounce along. The farmer's coming to the field on his big tractor. Okay, drive the tractor, drive the tractor. Tractors go super slow. If you've ever been on a road where your mum or your daddy has been stuck behind a tractor, I bet they were super happy about it. They go super, super slow, just to be careful because they've got big, big wheels. Drive your wheels around. Big wheels. Are we at the field yet, Louis?
Yeah.
Big wheels, big wheels. And we're going to stop. Now, what is the big machine that farmers use to cut down the crops?
Oh, it's that big green thing.
A plough. So we're going to come into plough pose. Plough pose is one of my favourite yoga poses. So you're going to lie down, feet up, and on 3, 2, 1, swing your legs back behind you into the plough. So this is the part that attaches to the tractor and it drags along the ground special little blades which cut up all the wheat and then they can collect it.
Your toes can be the blade.
Toes can be the blades. So we're going to get all of that wheat ready for breakfast cereal. What's your favourite breakfast cereal, Louis?
The wheat.
Wheat bix?
No.
Shredded wheat.
Yeah, shredded.
Shredded wheat is Louis' favourite cereal. What's your favourite cereal? So we're going to gather up. Let's walk your feet to one way, walk to the right. Get the crops from there. Walk them to the left. Get them there. Walk them over to the right again. Oh. Watch what's around you and over to the left. And we've got all of the crops, so we're going to take a rest now. You're going to very, very slowly bring your back down onto the ground. Curl up in a ball. And we're going to get ready to come up so we can get all of that yummy breakfast cereal and bread ready to eat. So start rocking up and down along your back. Rock up. Tuck up into a little ball. On 3, 2, 1. Sitting in Sukhasana happy pose. Now we're happy. Well, that's been a fun day on the farm. We've had cows, chickens, pigs, horses, and crops. Did we miss anything?
Trees.
Trees, the crops. So it's been super, super busy. We've learned all about how energy is passed through from one animal or plant to the other, all the way from the sun into your belly, and that gives you loads of energy to have a fun day. So all of the energy that you get, we can be thankful to the animals and the plants and the sun that's given it to us. So bring your hands together and feel very, very thankful and happy about all of the yummy food, that we've got enough food to eat, because there are people in this world who don't have enough food to eat, unfortunately, but we're the lucky ones. So from me and Louis, did you have anything else to say? No, we've learned a lot about Farm Stay. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rainy day. Now we've got tons of energy. Make sure that you burn it off in a way that is not too loud in the house. If you can get out and go splash in some puddles, we're going to be doing that soon. We're going to go for a nice rainy walk in England. We will see you tomorrow. So from me and Louis, bye bye. Have a wonderful day. Can you guys stop the stream? Bye everyone.